Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to Tool Show with me, Master Dan, the Journeyman shooter. And it's a beautiful morning, and we're going to do one of our little coffee time segments here. I have a delicious caramel drizzle here, and we all know why Snoop Dogg drinks that one. Faux the drizzle. No, I'm just kidding. That's a horrible joke, and I got to stop telling that one. But I got nothing else with this coffee, so as soon as somebody sends me some more coffee or something different, then I will have a better joke. But for now, that's what you're gonna get. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. No, I'm just kidding. That's not what I wanted to talk about today. The main goal of today's coffee time segment is to do just a little speech on kind of why I got into mentoring and what kind of interested me in that. That's kind of one thing that I've always been really passionate about, is mentoring people, because I know I've had some of the best mentors I could ever imagine, like my basketball coaches, baseball coaches. My parents are amazing people, like relatives, there's friends, there are a lot of people that have been there, teachers, there's everybody that's kind of molded me into who I am and who I'm going to become someday. Just like you guys, there's always people that are helping you become somebody that you're going to be. Everybody's got a final destination that they're going to get to, and some of us are going to just kind of sit around and do nothing, and the rest of us are going to kind of get out there and do what we want to, make the most out of a day, not sit around and start our own television shows, or maybe become race car drivers, or I don't know, there's lots of cool stuff you can do out in the world, and whatever you're into, there's tons of things. Become a musician, become a famous rock star. It takes practice, but that's what you got to do, and that's what mentors can help you do. Especially online, there's tons of different videos from actual certified mentors in their different skills. I went through certification to become an Alberta mentoring partnership, and then I went through the Big Brothers Big Sisters, and it's been great. It's been one of the best experiences of my life, because I've learned so much and I've taught so much, as well as learning a lot, because it's nice. You see, there's a lot of stuff with kids and you don't really know what you're going to get nowadays. And in my city, the reason I got into mentoring was because there was 1,000 kids on the list. I was watching, it was the local news on the weekend, and they said they had an interview, and they said there's over 1,000 kids waiting on the list just to be able to find one mentor. And they really need people, especially younger guys, because there's a lot of young men out there that don't have a father figure, or they just don't have the stable home life that a lot of the privileged people have, and they need somebody there to talk to. And especially if you came from a privileged home life where your family was really good to you and you learned all these lessons as a young person, then you should be able to pass those lessons along. That's kind of the goal of every mentor, is that you will eventually teach other people. It's just like in the trades. When you're an apprentice, you learn from a journeyman, and that journeyman learned from hopefully a master level electrician, and then they pass that all down. It just trickles down. So you basically live forever as long as you teach good lessons and you know what you're doing, and you follow the rules. There's certain rules that you have to follow, and there's a lot of different things. You're there to mentor people, but you're not there to know everything, and that's why you need multiple mentors in your life. You can't just sit around and expect one guy to know everything, and that's why one woman too. There's a million different women out there that have amazing lessons. I know my mom's taught me some of the best banking lessons I could ever imagine, because as a skilled tradesman, you don't learn these banking lessons, and you just kind of spend your money real stupidly, and you don't invest it. You figure you earned it because you risked your life working for it, and that's good. You did earn it and you did risk your life working for it, but sometimes you got to save that and wait for better days, because there's good things coming. You're going to have a beautiful sunrise like this with the Rocky Mountains popping in the background there, and this is the kind of day you want to be able to get up early and, I don't know, go get yourself a breakfast or something. I don't know. Whatever you're into, you might want to, get a car, all the other stuff that you're building up for. You got to have the right people in your life that kind of explain that, because even buying a car, that's such a major process that if you do it wrong, or you go to the wrong people, or somebody takes advantage of you, they sell you a lemon and you wanted some kind of apple, and you're out of luck. I'm just kidding. You don't want an apple or a lemon. You want to get a beautiful car. You want to take pride in what you got. That's one of the biggest things in life, is people work so hard for what they have, and you want to be able to use it properly. You don't want to just waste it on something. And that's just like me. I don't know everything about the television industry, and I'm lucky enough I have some great mentors that teach me how to edit properly, or they're teaching me how to edit properly. I'm learning as well. I'm doing all the tutorials and trying my hardest, and that's why these are going to get better over time. And I'm learning my acting side of it as well by practicing. And I have a great business side of it that I'm starting to learn too, because I've never realized that this could be a business. And as long as you actually try and you know what you're doing and you believe in yourself and others believe in you, there's a million different ways you can go about life. And it's especially if you got more people on your side, then good, yeah, you're laughing. The more people you have, the better off in life you are. My dad always said it's a who you know world, and if you know the right people and you actually try hard and they believe in you, then oh man, you're going to get far in this world and you're going to be a very successful person. So that's all that it is. I know my mom, she mentored people for many, many years, and she was always through Big Brothers Big Sisters as well, and that was kind of what got me interested. When I watched that, it kind of stood out to me even more that this is something my mom did for so many years, and it's very important to her. She did a lot of great things. She mentored some great kids, and they went far places. And it's not always a success story, and it's not always going to be perfect, and she's had some pretty tough times because, like, especially when you're dealing with younger people that are kind of growing up in bad households, it's a tough life. Especially if you've never been there, it's hard to kind of put yourself in their shoes and try to understand what's going on. And it's tough, and it's a thin line to walk because you're trying to be their friend, but you're also trying to be there as a mentor and not just kind of comfort them in the old bad stuff and the bad ways. You gotta get people moving. You gotta try to do stuff, keep people motivated. It's what life is. You can't just kind of wait for things to happen. And it's tough because it's a hard thing. And I kind of, when I got into the program, I ended up going into a newer program that nobody had ever kind of done before. So it was basically a learning experience for everybody, because I was in the high school to young adult program. So it was an outside of school where we'd meet up, and I'll get into that more later, but that's kind of what I got into. And it was a real learning experience, but it was great. I've learned so much. I've taught so much. I've been there through so much, and now I'm able to help more people with those lessons, because especially in mentoring, it's tough because sometimes you feel like you're on your own, because you are. Sometimes you're just there with the young kid and there's not something that people can do for those kids sometimes. So it's you just kind of hoping for the best, but that's it. If you hope and you have a good plan and you do the right things, because that's it, you can set up a plan. The goal is to set up a 5-year plan with these mentoring programs, and you want to try to get to that 5-year plan where you're smart, you're educated, you have a good plan of where you want to go, how you're going to get there, what you need to do to get there, how much you need to save. There's a big plan and especially in life in general, you can't just wander aimlessly and expect good things to happen. That's what we've said a million times. So that's all I really wanted to talk about today. And for Coffee Time and Tool Show, I'm Master Dan, the Journeyman shooter. Get out there and earn it, dude. Find yourself some mentors, be a good mentor, and that's it. Thank you so much.